Hey, what's up? It's me again. How y'all doing? I wanted to start off this video and just tell you all that I love you all, and that I appreciate all of the help, all of the subscriptions, and everything that's been going out. I appreciate all of the love. Thank you so much. I've been really doing a lot with music here recently, and I haven't uploaded anything to my old music page with my records on there that I've been doing since I was a child. But I'm working on some new things, so I'm switching up a lot, and I'm doing things differently now. You know, so thank you for the support. Thank you for being patient. I don't know when I'm gonna upload any of the new music. I'm basically working on a body of work, but I just wanted to show you guys that I'm sitting up thoroughly washing these. And the reason I've been noticing for the last couple of years, when I get tomatoes home, right, and I wash them, there's this little film. I don't know why the water gets so dirty from the tomatoes. Whatever they're putting on the tomatoes is causing the tomatoes to have this like discoloration, and it's almost like the color of urine. I shouldn't be talking like this, but it looks like pee, and I wanted to show this to you guys. My grandmother, she's from Mississippi, right? And when they took the greens, they used to put a little bit of washing powder, just a little bit of dry washing powder in the greens, like in a huge pot of greens, right? And they would wash them like that thoroughly. She grew up on a farm, right? Her father was a farmer. So I learned that from her. And basically washing powder, we know it consists of baking soda, baking soda and some other things. And this is why you can like put a little vinegar and some washing powder, and it'll basically have the same effect as regular baking soda, because we know that that's what washing powder basically is baking soda and some other things and some smell good stuffs. So I'm showing that I put a little bit in here, and I cleaned, and I got all of the discoloration, whatever the stuff is that they're putting on our tomatoes, it is off. And I want to let y'all know, like, even though I don't show in my videos the prep work, I'm always cleaning meat. I'm always cleaning all the vegetables. Please, people, thoroughly rinse your meats. Thoroughly rinse them. If you're gonna be eating meat, thoroughly rinse them. I'm gonna have a conversation with y'all about this, because I was vegan for about raw food for about 3 months, and I was vegetarian for 4.5 years. And I'm going to kind of talk to you guys one day about that. So we're just basically, taking these, all of these different stickers off. We cut the stickers. We don't peel the stickers. We don't know what's beneath the sticker. We don't know what type of glue that they're using. You got to trust yourself, believe in yourself, right? For my faith-based people out there, we know that God comes from the inside of you. We know that every spark that you have, or that each human being has, is the spark of God. We all contain a spark, a small piece of God in us, and this is what makes us who we are. So now that we're off of that, let's get back into these tomatoes. And I'm just basically cutting up and dicing these tomatoes. We're gonna blend these bad boys, as we always do, like we always do about this time. We're gonna blend these bad boys up in a ninja. Today we're gonna make some lasagna, but we're not making it the traditional way. We're gonna make lasagna with the shells. So lasagna is going to be placed in the shells, and we're going to take those bad boys and throw them in the oven. And we're not using any ricotta. So I apologize. The ricotta will not be in here. It'll be no queso, no cheese today. And we're going to keep it moving, right? So right now we're just taking, I believe I cut these in fourths. That's what I was doing. I cut one half and then take the half and cut it into two more halves, which makes it a fourth. And we're just going to kind of move forward with this. So my question, how are you guys doing today? How are you doing? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you having a wonderful day? What's been going on in your life? Are you enjoying your summer? Are you eating summer foods? Are you traveling? Like, let's catch up. Tell me what's going on, Tell me about, places that you're traveling, if you're visiting places, if you're seeing some exciting places this summer. If so, please let me know in the comments. Let's get back. We're going to like zip, zip, zip and post. We're not going to puree. We don't want to puree exactly. Um, are are we pureeing? Oh yeah, we're pure. You gotta forgive me. I'll do these videos and I don't get around to editing sometimes for like a month here recently. Usually I do a video and I rush and I edit, but no. So this one has been made into sort of a a blend. Let's go back. Let's do this over because I don't even know how many tomatoes. I don't even know how many tomatoes I put in here. Cause basically I put enough tomatoes to fill this ninja up. And then I turned around and I blended it down and I added more because usually I'm stuck because I don't have enough tomatoes. So if I remember properly, there was that night I cleaned 24 tomatoes. Yup. I was about to erase this whole thing and backtrack. But anyway, there was 24 tomatoes that night. I'm not saying you have to use that many. Use as many as you need. This is my smaller sauce pot or whatever. And I'm just gonna, pour this in there as usual, right? We're gonna start this. And I wanna tell you guys too here recently, I've been cooking on medium. You know, you don't know, but I'll tell you. Before I start making videos, I would cook everything on hot and then I would dial back down to low and simmer because I was always cooking, you know, to get everything done as fast as possible. But since I've been making these videos for you all, I've been taking my time and putting everything on medium. I've been starting on medium, being, more watchful. I'm at 10 and 2, y'all. 10 and 2. I'm driving, but I'm at 10 and 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm not whipping it. I'm not doing no Cadillac turns. I'm not bending the spinning the corner, spinning the block, and none of that. I'm just keeping it copacetic. So we got right here, which is a quarter. You know what? This is a quarter of a cup of olive oil. And like I told y'all, this is really good stuff right here. I'm not gonna say no brands because ain't nobody paying me to expose their brand. But for some reason, when you buy the olive oil and it is in a bottle, it's 9 times out of 10 the real deal. I don't know what's up with the people in the companies who serve this stuff with plastic, but it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you don't want to be taking any kind of oil that make your chest hurt. So we're just blending this into our tomatoes, and we're gonna cover this, and we're gonna start on medium. One of the things that I can tell you, this gets really hot as it cooks. Please be careful, be watchful when you take this lid off that you don't get tomato sauce everywhere. Just kind of turn it down low before you take the lid off. You want to turn that tomato sauce down low before you take that lid off so you can mix. And I don't know what kind of pottery you're using or whatever you're cooking out of, but you want to make sure that you got something that your tomatoes is not going to burn at the bottom, because tomatoes can burn even with non-stick. And I know a lot of people are moving away from non-stick, and I plan on doing that soon enough. But you definitely want to make sure that you don't burn it with non-stick as well, because non-stick will cook. And we're putting oil to make sure that we get a thorough burn. We want these tomatoes and tomato sauce to go down, all the way down, and cook the juice out, because we're going to make this a thick paste. Not just a sauce, but a thick paste. We want it to be thick. Now, as always, when we're doing stuff that involves ground beef or whatever, we're gonna take our roast. We got a chuck roast steak here, right here, and we're gonna cut this up ourselves, and we're gonna put this bad boy in the Ninja. Now, if you have a place to ground your own, your own meat, perfectly fine. That's wonderful. Ground it up however you have it. I use the Ninja right now, and it works. I have to do a lot of cleaning. You have to be thorough with the cleaning and be very careful with the blades. The blades are extremely dangerous. I know my first Ninja that I had, I actually cut myself. It was pretty bad. So yeah, I have put my blood, sweat, and my tears into these videos, y'all. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And as we move on with that, we're just taking our time. This is my first long form video, my first true video. I feel like I've been cheating you guys with the editing, and I'm not cheating myself because I'm working extremely hard to do the editing. But a lot of times, I do so much editing, I want to condense it down because I don't want to just like hold you forever into a video. But this video needs to be a slow form, right? It needs to be done in slow form. This is really like a tutorial so that you can, really understand the process a little better and see it a little slower. So, I really want you guys to know what I'm doing. Like I said, there's no ricotta that's going to be in this food. No cheese on this one. As far as the ricotta. Now, I'm going to put some mozzarella on top because, you got to have like some type of mozzarella if you're doing like, lasagna or what all. So basically that's what we're doing. So, right here, I'm just trying to make sure that everything is placed properly within its perspective, and I'm just gonna start putting these little cubes of meat in so we can grind them up.
This is a cup of water.
If you notice, I just put some water in there, right? I put some water in. That's like 1 cup. Take my glasses off. I gotta take my glasses off while I'm talking and make sure I rub my glasses so they don't have any smudges on me. Okay, so we're just grinding at this point. We're gonna make this a ground beef that is not as thin or fine as like Taco Bell's type of texture, but it's going to be a little thinner than what you would buy at the store. Now, if you're grinding your own meat, and you can see the fat in there at the bottom. See that marble, the white part, and it kind of dissipates as it continues to spin. That's actually the fat or the marble from, as they would say, the marbling from the meat, and it's being kind of like, reintroduced and blended in. If you blend too much, then you gotta cook your meat a little longer, and sometimes you can blend too much. Like, you don't want it to taste powdery. You don't want your ground beef to be powdery, at all. I really want to have a conversation with you guys about vegetarianism and my journey and why I stopped and why I am working to get back to that point again and what I was doing. But I'm gonna talk to some family members first. I'm gonna get some wise instructions before I do it because it's very personal. So I don't know if I should be talking about it online as to why I became a vegetarian and why I stopped. But at the end of the day, we're going to take the rest of this meat and we're going to put it up because we're not going to use all of it. So we're using like half of this chuck roast that we're going to put into these lasagna shells. So, like right now, you get to see everything in slow-mo. You know what I'm saying? And, I got the medicine right here. This is 1 garlic bowl. And I'm just, ripping apart the pods. Like once I get that first one out, I can just kind of rip from both ends and just start moving it, getting all of this together. As I look at this and kind of pace myself, because I'm so used to speaking fast because I'm always doing everything on a faster editing scope. My reels are always moving really fast, so I'm not used to talking this slow. So I'm going to try to force myself to calm down at this point so I can give you a better commentary. But what I like to do is I like to take the edges sometimes of the bulb and just cut right through the bulb, because I get a little frustrated with taking each pod one at a time, and I don't like to do that all the time. And for those of you who've been watching my videos for quite some time, you know that I'll splice up the middle, and I'll just kind of like part the skin or part the the skin or the outer exterior of the pods that way, left and right, and then just take the pod out of the shell. There you go, the shell. I'll splice the shells. So as you see me right now, I'm cutting one main bulb out, and I'm going to grab and just kind of split it apart. Watch me break it apart. Ugh. You can't even see it, and I didn't even realize that I wasn't in the scope of the camera. Oh, I'm still trying to get that one bulb out. That was a big one too. That was a big healthy one. Watch this. Ugh. Just from side to side, left and right, and I'm just getting everything out of the way here. It's so funny because I feel like a strong man whenever I do that. I be feeling like I went to the gym. I'm like, man. Excuse me if I start using Ebonics. I'm very comfortable right now. When I use Ebonics, I use them around family members, and I try to use a little bit in the videos, not much. I just want you guys to feel comfortable while you're watching. I don't want to be too proper in these videos. I do want to leave, some imagination to the mind as to who I am as far as a person or whatever, but at the same time, I try to keep it real. And not keep it wrong. So we don't want the keeping it real to go wrong, right? So I'm just taking time doing this. I'm getting all of the shells out of the way. I'm just organizing my area. Is one person would say in the food industry that taught me, you got to always have your areas clean. So I'm kind of like a stickler for little things like that. Maybe I have OCD to some degree or another. I don't know. I don't think I'm that bad, though. I honestly don't think I'm that bad. I've seen people's channels and their cooking and everything is so perfect. So I don't think that my videos are at that level of perfection when it comes to getting things out of the way. But I do know that cleanliness is next to godliness, and God is a God of order. So I try to make sure that I keep things in order because, I can't have my mind messy like that anyway. So we're just peeling. We're just doing this. This is the painstaking reality of getting in here and doing what I do. But if you love it, it's not painstaking, right? If you love to create, it's not painstaking. If you love to cook, it's not painstaking. I used to get really upset when I used to have to de-shell these garlic pods, but now I just really love the observational time that I have. I have time to think about my life, think about my friends. That is some fresh basil, y'all. So I'm going to put that fresh basil in this little Ninja Bullet can or this little Ninja Bullet container. I don't know what they call that, a smoothie container. And now I'm using vinegar. I don't like to tell people to use vinegar.
3 tablespoons.
This is 1 tablespoon.
4 tablespoons.
And
of vinegar.
this is not a very big tablespoon as well, you guys. I'm going to tell you, it's like in between a tablespoon and a teaspoon. That's 2, and that's 3 that I put in there. That's 4 that I put in there of vinegar. Now, I know I promised on some other videos that I probably would not use vinegar again because it is fermented, and for health purposes, I have an issue with fermented foods, so I can't eat fermented foods like that. But I'm taking the vinegar, I'm taking the garlic pods, I'm taking the basil, and I'm gonna make me what I would say is like a vegan pesto. It's not enough liquid at this point, so it just
I'll put
literally
my salt
grinded at the bottom. It didn't get anything at the top.
into here.
So as a man, I'm gonna go back. I
That's quite a bit,
forgot my
right?
salt, y'all. I'm making rookie
Two
mistakes.
salts into here.
This is the same
2 tablespoons, right?
spoon that I used from earlier. Like I say, it's between a teaspoon and a
Watch this.
tablespoon. That is
I
one
need something to
spoon
emulsify
of
this
kosher
thing.
salt, or
So
one
I'm gonna add some water.
tablespoon of kosher salt.
Not too much.
That's 2 tablespoons of kosher
Like Luther
salt.
Vandross said, never too much. Never too much.
And let me see. That's
freehanding this
some water.
because
That's
I
not
have
vinegar,
things
y'all.
to
Put
do.
some water in
And I'm
there.
multitasking
That's
today.
approximately like a fourth of a cup of water that I put in there because I need this to blend down. And we know that from our other videos, when we do add the water, it helps to bring everything down a little bit more so that we can puree it. So we're just gonna hold at this point. Look how it liquefies, y'all. Ain't that beautiful? It's like, so you gotta excuse me in the back. I'm cracking my fingers. I don't know why I just done that, but I just did. So I apologize. But look at that. That's like a pesto. What? That is like a pesto. It reminds me so much of pesto when I taste it. Oh my goodness. I love the way pesto tastes. I believe it's spelled Pesto, right? And then look, now I got the meat already in place and I added oil in my meat and I put the meat in the pan and I started separating that meat. This is what you guys have to understand. As you see me separating it, I poured my vegan pesto sauce on top and I'm just kind of moving everything to the side as far as like separating and moving to the side because when you do make your own meat like that from the steak, it will tend to clump. So instead of just kind of like normally moving ground beef around the pan, right? You're more so separating like this. This is why I'm using two utensils instead of one. Because not only am I moving things around the pan to get an equal distribution of heat, what I want to do is I want to separate the clumps of meat that's clumping because I'm trying to make sure that, it stays to the point that it's not like huge chunks of beef that's been fried up in this pan. So, that pesto sauce is precious. You're gonna see me use this pesto sauce in 3 different ways in this video. Now, I'm putting my water and my oil in my pan so that I can put the shells in. And like I said, my peoples, I am going to put this in there on medium. I got this on medium. Why? Because like I said, I used to do everything on high. I was turned up in the kitchen. Everything had to be on fire. You know what I mean? On fire, Cletus. It was on fire before I started doing these videos. And I just like to do everything so fast and get it out the way. And I would be cooking dinner in 1 hour tops, like, in there and out of there. But today I'm letting you guys know I changed my evil ways. I'm a changed man. I'm being silly. But look, so that's those things boiling. Those guys are big, but you want to make sure that you boil them thoroughly. Don't boil them too much because then they'll start splitting and breaking up on you. I don't remember how long I kept them in there, but I just kept a good eye on them to make sure that they were nice and done. For all my people on here that know how to cook spaghetti well, you do your little spaghetti test. You take your one strand, you throw it up against the wall, make sure it stick. You do that, right? You do. Some of y'all do that. Some of y'all do that. Nothing against you. Nothing against you at all in life. You know what I mean? Nothing against you at all in life. But some of y'all know you do the spaghetti test and you throw the spaghetti on the wall and make sure it stick to see if it's done or not. And that's all good. I used to do that at one time as well. But I've come to appreciate the art of cooking this better, and making sure that it's thoroughly done. So I really appreciate the noodles or the shells that I'm doing right now. And these shells are a nice big size. These are the larger size shells that I'm going to make this lasagna with. I'm just taking everything out with 2 spoons. I don't want anything to fall, so I'm just redistributing from the pan over to here. And as you can see, y'all, the editing god is in the building tonight. You ain't gonna see it right now, but in the end of this video, I'm gonna give y'all a little flavor, right? I'm gonna put some editing together that y'all ain't seen before. Got some TV magic about to happen up in here, right? I'm gonna show y'all, but right now I'm just, I'm being, a rookie still. I'm still being a rookie at this. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't worried about nothing. Double thumbs up, double thumbs up. Your boy feeling real good about himself. You feeling real good at this point. Look at this. It's coming out beautifully. Look, it went all the way down to a paste. That's what I wanted. I did not want a sauce, y'all. So it cooked on medium. I probably turned it on low. I can't remember. Sometimes you got to go from medium to low. I used to go from high to medium to low before I started doing videos. See that pesto sauce? Here it comes again. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on the sauce. Don't sleep on the sauce. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. This sauce is no joke. This sauce will make your grandma freak. You know how people taste your food and it's so good they start dancing? This sauce will make your grandma freak. This will make your grandma start doing the dance in the kitchen when she tastes this sauce. I ain't lying. This will make a little kid dance. A 5-year-old start doing it. Skippity pats with their feet. Just skippity patting with their feet. I ain't lying. This is how good this stuff is. Real talk. No lie. No lie in this. I'm not capping y'all in no type of a way. This is the real deal. This is the sauce. Everybody think they got the sauce. Peace out, the sauce walker. What's up, the sauce walker? This is the sauce. I'm telling y'all, this is the sauce. Okay, let me kindly put my ghetto back in and continue to do the commentary in this place. Okay, so at this point, you can see like some of the darker parts of the scorching of the tomatoes are from the bottom because I let them sit a little too long, but that's fine because this is sauce. We wanted to have that authentic flavor. When I was doing a photo shoot, I was a kid. I was doing a photo shoot for one of my albums, right? And let me tell you, they took us to a authentic Italian restaurant and it blew my mind. The food was so good. It was in Hollywood. I'm not going to say the name, but it was so amazing that I have been trying to attain the taste ever since. And I am there, peoples. My weebalizations, my people, my weebalization. Shout out to E40. I'm about to start gangbanging up in here. I'm joking. But anyway, shout out to E40. All my weebles, all my peoples. Look at this. Look at this. I got to show you twice. I'm going to show you one more time. We're putting the pesto sauce in the sauce. It was so good that I had to show y'all twice. This is freehand, y'all. This is no type of a plan as to how much I wanted to put. I'm doing this for the taste. That pesto sauce that I made earlier, it could be made with lemon. It can be made. It doesn't have to be made with vinegar. But it's something that I've been noticing here differently, y'all. When you mix the lemon and the vinegar and you do it to the taste where you're not overdoing it, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All praise to the Most High. When that happens, you're going to get a flavor. You're going to get a taste on your taste buds. It's going to be filled with explosion of flavor and goodness. And I'm not telling you to use the vinegar. You don't have to. So now let's get into stuffing or filling. You look at that TV land, y'all. Look at that. We panning from left to right. So I'm stuffing the shells now with the ground beef. That was a little too much on that one. No problem. That's a little too much. Look, we're going from the left. See that pan, y'all? See that pan? See that editing? See that editing? No. Did you catch it? Or was it too fast for you? Do you want me to make it any more slower? So you can look left to right. See that? Look, left. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Look at your boy. Look at your boy coming up in the world, y'all. Look at your boy coming up in the world. Coming up in the world, y'all. So we just stuffing right now. I'm calming myself down. Look. Right. Look at that. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Now, if y'all go back to my first videos, I didn't know what I was doing in life. I was just in here working. I was just like straight up raw talent. All I could do was cook. Look at the editing though. What? I know I'm putting way too much on it. It's not even a big deal. What was painstaking was the editing part of doing that, because I'm using 2 cameras at that time. So, at this point, I'm using 2 cameras. I got a camera over here and I got a camera over there. And it's like, ooh, wee. I can't wait till I get to like 3 and 4 cameras, y'all, so y'all could just follow me around the kitchen and you can just see everything that I'm doing, my whole process, and I don't have to stop. I could just work and just go wild and go nuts like I usually do when I'm in the kitchen. When I'm just like cooking and I don't have cameras on me, oh my goodness, it's a different process. That's when you get to see the fire. You get to see the fire released in me. And it's not the fire on the stove, baby. No, I bring the fire to the stove. When I'm in here getting it, oh, I'm getting it. And I ain't riding around. It's already in me. It come from within. It come from my God spark. It come from my nature. It come from a different place. It come from the cosmos, from the universe, from the inner verse to the outer verse. So there it is. We just stuffing and we putting the food into these shells and we taking them from one area, putting them into the next, and we're being as neat as possible because we love the people we cook for, right? And if you cook for yourself, you love yourself. You love yourself. Okay, that's enough. I don't want to get no copyright infringement on this video. But anyway, as we go from there to there, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Top Dog. Bougie said, what's up, Top Dog? Kendrick is the one. Kendrick was always the one. Bougie says, what's up, Top Dog? Here we go. From the right to the left. Don't forget that, Top Dog. Bougie says Kendrick was the one. Was always the one. When Bougie said it, he meant it. Y'all remember that. Y'all know who Bougie is, but we know who Bougie is. We know who Bougie is. Okay, anyway, we just stuffing from one side to the next side. This is why I do, look, double thumbs up, y'all. I'm like ready to be done with this. I'm like, it's done. Look. All my other videos I edit so fast, so you ain't got to see the painstaking reality of me just taking my time doing this. But as you see now, I'm adding the sauce. Waka. I'm adding the sauce. Waka. That's what's up. That's what's up. Look at this. Whose mans is this? Watch your mans. Somebody tell your mans to calm down. Look at this. I'm so proud of the work right here. You got to be proud of your work. You got to put some pride in your work, y'all. I know pride comes before the fall, so I'm not telling you to be proud and walking around all full of pride, because as soon as you have pride in yourself, you're going to fall. I guarantee you that in life. Life will show you. The universe is not on your side if you got pride like that. I'm not telling you to be prideful, but I'm saying please use pride in your work. Please love what you do. All my creators out there and all my DIYers who do it yourself, what's up, baby? We've been doing this DIY thing at home, making music at home since 2007. I got like 10 albums that I ain't released. Don't think I ain't been doing it. I did my first DIY album under a pseudonym. I put it out when was my first DIY, and I was saying the DIY, the whole DIY thing, it was a tribute to my grandfather, my great grandfather, who was a master musician. He could play any instrument he picked up. Alex Johnson, the one, A De La Smart, the OG, the original. You know what I'm saying? Cousin of Mahalia Jackson. We got the musicians in my family. That's what we do. For all of y'all thinking that I don't make music, why are you lying to yourself? Go to my music page in my home section and then go and listen to the music and support my music. Don't be on here talking, you know what I'm saying, like you right, like you know who I am. I do work on these videos. Who told him about Kanye before Kanye got where he was? Who told him that Kanye was the one? Who told him Kendrick was the one? You don't even know. Who told Tupac how to get in the game? You don't even know. Don't come on my page or my channel trying to tell me who I'm not. I'm going to send that energy right back to you. You out of your mind. I worked too hard for this. I went to school for 5 years after I was in the music business. I left the music business. I was already engineering at 19 years old. I had already made an album at that point. I left the music business and went back to school for 5 years and learned my craft and played for many years as a musician in the church. As the number one musician in the church. Get out of my face. You don't know me. So, it is what it is. Now, for some reason, this video has gone viral and I'm going crazy. And when I say viral, I'm talking about it's me. Everything has gone awry. The discontent has set in. Everything has restarted itself over. So it is what it is. As I mix and blend and mix in your face and mix this food, I'm going to leave one trace of me. I'm going to leave one trace of me. Have you ever heard of Straight Outta Compton? NWA? The movie? Have you ever heard of Lonzo Williams? Have you ever heard of Dr. Dre, Ice Cube? Have you ever heard of MC8? Have you ever heard of The Chill? Have you ever heard of Mary Mary? Have you ever heard of Snoop Dogg? Have you ever heard of all of these people? Like, I'm just mentioning, I'm just dropping names. Like, you know, I shouldn't even be doing this because you don't got to drop no names. But it is what it is, man. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing me for a long time, y'all. I've been making beats since I was 17. Get out of here. Get out of my face with your shenanigans. Let's get back to this voiceover. This food was amazing, y'all. Sometimes when you see me eat, I will like literally throw the food, the spoon or the fork down because it tastes that good. I'll just throw it down so fast because I'm not ready. This time I didn't do it so hard, but sometimes it's so good that I have to throw the fork down. I've seen kids dance when they eat my food. I've seen people do that. I've seen somebody cry when they ate some of my food. They said it took them back to their childhood. And they were like tearing up. Okay, so now let's get back to the pesto sauce. So I still have some pesto sauce left. I'm going to take the rest of that pesto sauce that I got left and I'm going to cut up this bad boy right here. Ain't it looking beautiful? It's just like clean and fresh looking like an angel, right? Like it's so clean and fresh looking. Like this tomato just looks so beautiful right there. So I threw that in the bottom of that pesto sauce and I'm going to take, this is, how much is this? That's like 2/3 of a cup. I think that said 2/3. I believe it said 2/3. Yeah. And I'm not going to put like a whole 2/3 cup of sugar in here, but like, you know, yeah, that's a nice amount of sugar. That's a nice amount of sugar. And I'm doing dressing right now, y'all. So I'm making a fresh dressing. I like my dressing to be, how should I say it? I like it to create an explosion in your mouth of flavor and taste that you've never experienced before. It needs to be memorable. So because I was a child that grew up and I had all kinds of like allergies to foods and stuff like that, and I would suffer sicknesses because of allergies to food, I had to learn how to eat different. So watch this. That's the oil. I put oil in there. I hope y'all saw that. That was olive oil going in here. And I think that was a whole like 2/3 of that. I don't even know if they'll let me do this. Nope, they won't let me do it. Will they let me do it? Will they let me do it? Will they let me do it? Nope, 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 nope. I'm probably messing up. And so everything is being shooken up. Okay, so let's shake it up. Let's see how thick it is, if it's thick enough. Um, I had to actually put it back on there. I put half of a avocado in there to make it thicker. We want to make it thicker than the Snicker, right? And we want it to hold some weight. So the avocado actually makes this fresh dressing a lot thicker. I'm showing you guys this because I really want the best for you. So as you can see, like that's the evidence down there. That's the old avocado. That's the other half. And then the other half I've already blended. So now we're gonna look for consistency. We're gonna see how thick this is. Let's get our ladle spoon and we're gonna kind of dip in here and we're gonna see how thick this dressing actually is. And remember, y'all, because the pesto sauce already had garlic in it, the pesto sauce already had vinegar in it, the pesto sauce already had fresh basil. Now we have all of that in the flavor of our dressing. So we definitely want that to be in there. And I think I'm going to add some basil, some dried basil, just to kind of go in the dressing, just to give it that like that flavor. Like, yeah, it's got some herbs and spices up in here. It's got herbs and spices. You know what I mean? I want I want people to see like, oh yeah, this is special. Oh, this got herbs up in this. Oh, like, you know, yeah. Yeah, of course. Look, look. So there's the dry basil, y'all. I just put that in there just to kind of floss a little bit, like so when the people see the salad, they'll be like, oh, this is a lot of work went into this. Oh, I'm special. You know what I mean? You want people to feel special when they eat your food, right? You want them to feel special and feel like, oh, they put a lot of work into this. Like, oh goodness, what is that in there? The herbs. And don't sleep on the herbs, y'all. Don't sleep on the herb. Don't sleep on the herbs, y'all. What's up, MC8? Um, Hold on. So we put it back in. We got some lemon in there. We got some extra salt, and let's give it a taste. I'm gonna do my own taste test trick. Don't tell anybody I showed you this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. Let me go wash my hands. That is the end of another video. Great. We did good this time. Wonderful. Like we always do great, but this time was amazing. It was special. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Most High Creator. I give you praise. We're going to war in this kitchen and we slugging away now. We got our cabbage, and the cabbage is going to be sliced thinly, not too thin. Sometimes when I do like certain Mexican dishes, I would make my cabbage extremely thin. So yeah, that's almost like a little angel hair type of thin. That's not really that thick as I thought it was. But so I'm gonna cut like one piece of this bad boy off, and then I'm just gonna work with the smaller piece to make the thinner slices. I do this in mostly all of the videos that I use when I create salad out of cabbage. So I'll take one slice, like almost like a half moon, so to speak, and then I'll kind of just whittle down from the end all the way to the middle, all the way to the end, depending on how many people I'm cooking for. I'll do that, and we kind of go from there. So you see like the little angel hair slices and stuff. It's very thin. It's not the thinnest that I've done it before, but it's cool though. And all gloves are off at this point because we're in the salad part, and we're gonna keep it moving. Tell you.
You sure level 1 before?
Excuse me?
You sure level 1 before?
No, she's gonna want 3. I gave you 3 the first time, right? So you're about to have 4. She's gonna have 3 because she eats less. She eats less than you. Do you still want a salad or not?
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna be full after this.
Get over. Get over here. Stop being greedy.
So, as I'm saying right now, I'm just whittling all the way to the end. And see you later. All right. And that's going to make my salad. And I kind of went and I cut that in like, I think that was 4 cuts that I did across. I don't know. Because sometimes, when you're cooking for little people or you're cooking for children, they might not have the ability to eat all of those long strands of, you know, coarse cabbage, because cabbage can be a little coarse. So if you're eating it within a meal as a salad, it can be a little more than people bargain for. So I cut it and I made it a little thinner, because when you're cooking for little kids and stuff like that too, like you want to make sure that you cut all of that down and stuff. Like you don't want them to have to like chew too much, because sometimes kids don't chew thoroughly anyway. They just want to eat the food as fast as possible, and they want to just get it down, and they don't think like you have to chew this so many times to create a certain amount of enzymes in your mouth so you can have proper digestion, right? You want the enough saliva to chew and break down the foods. You need enough acid in your mouth to make sure that you're properly chewing the food so that it helps and it aids you in your digestion, and that's important to think about. So because they were so long, if it was just me, then I would keep it long. But because, I'm cooking for the kids, I had to make it shorter. So at the end of the day, this right here is just me taking this cucumber and I'm just peeling this bad boy. And I don't think this is my good knife, because I know when me and my girlfriend broke up, she took all my. Let me say, I was about to cuss. I ain't gonna cuss. She took all my good stuff. All my good stuff, all my good pots and my good pans. She didn't bring. I didn't give them to her. I didn't say she could have them. We just broke up. But anyway, I'm not cutting this Dr. Gundry style. I'm cutting this and I'm leaving the seeds in. So I just want you all to know that the seeds are not healthy, but because I've been doing this so long and I was raised on eating cucumbers this way, I am putting them in the salad anyway because the shape of them, and who can fight nostalgia all the time? I miss my mom. She's no longer here in her physical form that she had. So I remember my mom would cut these for me like this, and the shape of the cucumbers when you see them in your salad, it makes you feel so special, right? It's like somebody put their love, energy into making the food, and it's almost like art, like when someone goes to a store to buy, all kind of pastels and yarn and materials to do arts and crafts, and they go to like, my favorite arts and crafts store is Michael's, which I haven't been to in years. But anyway, um, you know, you go in there and you buy all your stuff, and so it is what it is. I got some baby carrots. They had been sitting in the refrigerator for a while, and I washed them off. I put them in this old Yoplait, this Yoplait container for the people that eat the yogurt. I don't eat that stuff, but it was here, so I have it there, and I'm gonna go ahead. I thoroughly washed this broccoli out, y'all. I did not put the footage on this particular video, but I'm just going and I'm just shearing these broccoli stems away. I'm going to use those stems later, and I'm going to add those stems into another meal. I know that sounds crazy, but I do those types of things when I cook. It may sound weird, like why would you cook the stems? Man, that stem is good. You can keep cutting that stem all the way down, to the thicker part of the branch of that broccoli stem, and you can add that in the soup. You could put it in a lot of stuff, especially in soup. Like if you're making like, aside from this lasagna, I make things like salmon and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll make salmon and broccoli, and I want extra broccoli. And, there's not a whole lot. So I'll use the stems instead and use them. And the stems work perfectly fine when they're steamed or they're baked. You know what I mean? You can fry those stems. A lot of you guys, a lot of you, I'm saying it like this, a lot of you go to the store and you buy these mochas. They call them mochas because it's like a lot of different vegetables moached in. Stems of all these different vegetables and carrots and all of these things, and you make a salad out of it. And I came to the conclusion, why would I buy your stems when I have stems of my own, and I could just make my own proper stems at home? I can take my own carrots and I can make stems out of long carrots, and then I can make my own moch salad. Maybe one day I'll get on here and show you guys exactly what I mean by a moch salad. And I'll show you, because it is one of the most amazing things. When I became a vegan for 3 months, raw food vegan for 3 months, which really changed my life for the better. I'm gonna be honest about it, guys. Like, it's hard to be that way if you're not a certain way. Well, for me it is. Okay, so let's spread this dressing. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful, y'all. Look how beautiful. You will never have to buy dressing again. You just make it fresh at home. It's way healthier like this. And I have other videos where I'm making dressing, but it's not as thorough as this one. So this is the video to watch. Now, for you cheesy folks that want a little mozzarella on top of your salad, here you go. Here you go. That's what you like. So I put it in this video. I am not that big on stuff like this. Give me my salad plain with some fresh dressing, and I'm gonna have a good life. And here's a little dry basil to make it look like somebody loves you and somebody cares, right? So watch this part. Boom. And we do love you and we do care. Thank you very much for watching our video, and we appreciate it, from my family to your family, from my part of town to your part of town. Wherever you are a star. You know what I'm saying? I'm being so cliche-ish right now. I'm being so silly and so goofy. But I want to tell y'all, thank you so much. I love y'all. And I do these videos because I love you and I want you to eat some healthy food, right? But I want it to taste so good that it's memorable and people will always remember you no matter what, no matter what, no matter what. I love you, Grandma. I love you, Grandma. I will always remember you. I will always keep your recipes and your food ideas in my heart. I love all of y'all. I'm out. Peace.